Alright, now we are solving gems from MEI, where I'm going this morning, God willing. Obvious 3 fest here. Alright, what else are we going to find? 1944, wow. Mennonite churches. Whoa. That's amazing. Awesome. Yay, Derek plus Heather divides by 3. And her last name divides by 3. So apparently I'll be meeting with her. It's just awesome. We were solving, and the appointment time divides by 3. Heather, Smith, Derek, QB. This is pretty obvious. So Derek plus Heather divides by 3. Wow, that's a screamingly good number. That should be a hit off. That's awesome. Letters and strokes divided by 3, so let's put Derek plus Heather side by side here. Wow. That's 108 equals worship. That's love plus love. That's king. Well, we should hit it off nicely. I had another appointment with a fellow named Eric. I had another appointment with someone. That's screamingly awesome. That's who I'm meeting with for the middle school there. Okay. Wow, that's a huge enrollment. Tons of kids in there. Blue and gold. Oh, my favorite combo. The Eagles. That's an awesome name there. MEI Eagles. The history of Mennonite Educational Institute. Here's their homepage. MEI. Home of the Eagles. And I believe Home of the Eagles divides by 3. Home of the Eagles. Yes, it does. In fact, it's a lovely 12 times 12. Letters and strokes divided by 3. And of course the color is white plus blue divided by 3. But MEI is really obvious. Me plus I. God's favorite words. Me and I. What else are we going to find here? In May of 1944. Well, that year divides by 3. And of course May divides by 3. 1,000. 14 Mennonite churches. The MEI Society churches. That's cool. So MEI Society equals 1, 2, 3. Ah. If 3 conditions were met. Of course, no financial support from the government. Oh, money. I'm sick of people worshiping money rather than truth. That's why I can't stand too much income tax and too many people feeding at the trough. It's just terrible when you have those layers of non-accountability just inserted. There would be no financial support from the government. Qualified teachers must be hired, of course. And the English language must be used, of course. In addition, grade 12 students would be required to write departmental examinations. Oh, at a salary of $1,500 per year. That's awesome. That's awesome. All three teachers accepted salaries at 50 to 7% of those paid in the local school district. Exactly. I'm sick of stupid everyone feeding at the trough while not giving the children Jesus. It's an indictment, folks. It's coming to an end. Public school teachers that are not giving the children Jesus are coming to an end, and the trough, the feeding trough, is going to come to an end. 44 remaining students generated. Oh, wait a second. Purchased north of Clearbrook on the present Columbia Bible College site. Well, isn't that divine? I know CBC divides by 3 by Divine Ordinance, just hits it out of the park. How does it compare with Mennonite Educational Institute? Mennonite, that's just screamingly high. And that's 3 plus 2s, I guess. Or no, educational divides by 3. Okay. Friend of the MEI. That probably wouldn't that probably read Friends of the MEI? Maybe that's a typo, because I know Friends of the MEI would add to this stunning number 3333333. Friends of the MEI. Financial assistance to the school in order to expand its program offerings, renovate to recall for the first building of a friend. Oh, it began as secondary, which is cool. So kindergarten, of course, both kindergarten and grade 1 divide by 3. That's pretty obvious. So there's kindergarten divides by 3, and zoom in a little twitch here. And then grade 1 is what comes out of your mouth. Watch this. So grade 1 in 2 ways divides by 3. If you go like this, it equals Jehovah, and you can find love just by popping off the O. In fact, you can find the two 27s. There's 27 number 1, and then here's 27 number 2. And then if you go like this, grade 1, that would be 36, which would divide by 3. So my calculator picks up letters. So there you go. When you say grade 1 with a digit, 36 in 6 letters and 666 strokes. So it's all 3s to the glory of the Trinity, and then grade 1. Beautiful. So we solve grade 1 plus kindergarten. Cool. Students enrolled. Yay! So it was initially founded as a high school. So that's cool. When you go to the root of something, you find out what its main branch is, what its main trunk of the tree is. And so to this day, you see that the secondary enrollment is the highest. And that's based on, because on the roots. It was found, the roots were the starting of a Mennonite high school. And my favorite age to teach would be grade 12. So that's very important for me. And it was founded by churches, ladies and gentlemen. So, history of MEI. Wow, that equals love plus love plus love, letters and strokes divided by 3. Very inspiring. Now, whether you say Mr. or Mrs. or Doctor, all words divide by 3. Mr. equals Mrs. And my name will add it up to 1, 2, 3. Mr. equals 84. Mr. Kubi equals 1, 2, 3. Mrs. equals Mr. So Mr. Kubi and Mrs. Kubi will both equal 1, 2, 3. Mrs. equals Mr. equals 84. And then Doctor is 75, divides by 3. So if I was Dr. Kubi, there you go. Okay, this is very cool. I like that the color's blue and gold. We've solved those a million times. Okay, so just by way of review, blue, gold. Center letters divide by 3, bookends make 9. BG 9, ED 9, rest letters divide by 3. So a blue and gold eagle, for example. Love plus love, perfect. Same colors as the Spartans, Trinity Western University, which we solved. What happens if you just say MEI? Well, MEI itself is the famous love plus half love, and then that's easy. 99 and 9 letters, double 9 strokes. Okay, let's get back to our story here. I like the stories just as much as, okay. MEI Chilliwack. Interesting. Well, Chilliwack. Personally, folks, I'm sick of the income tax and this whole feeding at the trough while no one is going to heaven. It's got to change. Revival is coming and awakening is coming. And thankfully we'll see some real education with some real teachers giving the children the truth rather than a bunch of people feeding at the trough. Okay, so middle school. Construction began on a middle school on Downs Road. In 2003, construction began on a middle school on Downs Road, next to the secondary school. Well, group 1 divides by 3 just like grade 1. Isn't that cool? Group 1. And look at how obvious that is. The G and the N get married. The P and the E get married. Both of those marriages make 21. 21, 21. And then all the rest of the letters divide by 3. Ha ha ha. That's so cool. So group 1. You are in group 1. Equals 1, 1, 1. Genius. So whether you are in grade 1, so whether you are in grade 1 or group 1, it divides by 3. Wow, group 1 is much higher. And then here's love, right at the center of the group. We talked about that before. That's really cool. So MEI is classified as a group 1, and then so now if you treat that as a digit and say group A, which is equivalent to group 1 digit-wise, that divides by 3 as well. Is classified, well, class divides by 3. Class equals love, never forget that. So classified equals truth, divides by, is a group 1 school. So let's solve a group 1 school. Group 1 school coming up. That equals Christ the Redeemer. A group A school. Is 150. Under British Columbia's Independent School Act. Okay. And as such receives only 50% of the Abbotsford School District's per student operating grant from the Ministry of Education. That shall change. Well, what we shall see is a revival, and this will change everything. Remember, revival begins with individual brains getting healed. Oh look, we just solved the Ministry of Education. Not only in BC, but worldwide. That text adds to 240 888 times 10. That is king. I've just solved every single Ministry of Education in the history of education and the history of the planet. So you know, makes sense for every ministry of education to acknowledge the Triune God before they breathe another molecule of 888 to stay alive, oxygen. Okay. The school receives no government funding for capital costs. It's amazing how God, isn't that awesome how God provides though? Thank God we're not dependent on godless people. Like seriously, thank God God is God and He can materialize gold out of thin air and He can raise up people out of nowhere and He's going to overthrow all this retarded nonsense. People passing around money with no Jesus on their lips, it's a giant joke. Okay, governance is provided by a board of governors consisting of executive divides by 3, chief executive officer divides by 3. Academic excellence. Excellence is 88. Academic excellence. Ooh, that's cool. That's the famous 127 bulls. 60-year history. Yeah, now this year's their 70th year, which is they're really pushing that. Or last year was their 70 actually. MEI graduates equals 1, 2, 3. Yay, volleyball! Yep, they are pretty darn awesome. I love the root of it, the beginning. That's pretty cool. That Clearbrook and Abbotsford both divide by 3, so you can. Or no, sorry, Clearbrook Road. You can all knit. Like Clearbrook, I wonder if that knits together with, yeah, Clearbrook knits together with British Columbia. So Clearbrook, Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, all divides by 3 if you want to go that way. Blue and gold we solved. Enrollment grades is fine. Grades K to 12. Interestingly, the word kindergarten, of course, divides by 3, and 12 divides by 3. That's cool. These sound like very Mennonite names, very German, like Neufeld, Smith, Birkinshaw, Mr. David Neufeld, Mennonite. Yeah, there's the M plus 1. Here's your. You can slice that in half to get a pair of 48s in Mennonite. Cool. Very cool. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 9 pieces to their logo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is what you call gorgeous 3 fest. In white plus blue, no less. And I believe, yeah, navy blue also divides by 3. Let's, yeah, first 3-digit number divides by 3. Let's solve the word principle. I believe, interesting. So principles plural. Interesting. That's cool. So principles plural divides by 3, and vice principles plural divides by 3, and there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's amazing. Amazing. God is triune. So principles, you talk about the principles. So principles, and then vice principles. Principals. There you go. 156. That's wonderful. There you go. What else? Cool. A Mennonite high school. There you go. So Mennonite high school divides by 3. Anyways. Toes. Wonder if it was one of the first independent schools in the province. That's so cool. That's awesome. A low salary, exactly. 60 students, the initial. So cool. 60 students divides by 3. There you go. Perfect. Very cool. There you go. And let's see if there's anything else on their website. The MEI Eagles in the blue and gold, eh? Oh man. Grad is a pretty sweet report card pickup. Crazy. Yeah, athletics is the best. Get out there, son. Run for your life. MEI is pretty awesome. Which defy data collection? That's awesome. Bible classes, the arts of lights. Ay, 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 that's cool. Equipping students for life and forever. That's their slogan. And I believe, did we solve that one? Equipping students for life and forever. Third prime, yeah, times disposal on life. Okay, that's fine. Pretty cool. Aw, they look so lovely. They put all the guys at the back, of course, because the ladies have all the expensive dresses. Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Athletics is pretty awesome. Yeah, volleyball is the goods. Volleyball is the goods. Ooh, the athletics director hits it out of the park. The athletics director. And so the athletic director's message will divide by 3. Cool. Wonderful. Very cool. Happy to go visit them today for a morning interview. Glory to God.